Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the March 21st Town of Southeast meeting. Let's please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please take note of the exits. There's one behind you on both sides, and there's one over here. Please turn off your cell phones, or put them on vibrate, I'm sorry. I make a motion to...
Call the roll.
Roll call vote.
Oh, I'm sorry. Kathy, can you please call the roll?
Yes. Councilman Cypress?
Here.
Councilman Larka?
Here.
Councilwoman Lewis? Here. Councilman Mazzata?
Here.
Supervisor Durante?
Here. I'd like to make a motion to come out of executive session. There was no action taken.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so we don't have a work session, so we'll go right into the public hearing. I make a motion to open the public hearing.
Second.
So I would assume we have someone here from...
All in favor?
Oh, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It's Barn Dog Farm, 96-108 Hickory Ridge Road, tax map ID 80.-1-31.
Yes.
Can you introduce yourself?
Good evening. Will Angelillo from Han Engineering on behalf of Barn Dog Farm.
How are you, Will?
Good. Thank you.
All right.
So Barn Dog Farm is a 28-acre parcel off of Ridgebury Road. Currently, it has a Hickory Ridge address because there is an easement off of Hickory Ridge, but our project will actually be accessing off of Ridgebury Road. So right now that causes a little confusion, but once this project is developed, the address will be changed to Ridgebury Road.
Okay.
So it's a 28-acre parcel, which we are proposing a 42-horse equestrian center. It will have a 42-horse stable, along with a maintenance residential building, which will have 2 two-bedroom apartments and 1 four-bedroom apartment, an exercise barn, an outdoor riding ring, 16 grass paddocks, 4 dry paddocks, an exercise ring, 29 gravel space parking lot. All the drives on the site will be gravel. We'll have an on-site septic system and wells. The manure dumpster is located in the center of the site, away from property lines. There will also be a pad for a dumpster for garbage and that type of refuse, and that will get both the manure dumpster and the regular garbage dumpster will get hauled off-site once a week. So right now, Ridgebury Road ends down over here, but the right-of-way continues, and it's currently a abandoned road, gravel road, going up all the way to the Connecticut line. Our project proposes to reestablish that road as a gravel drive all the way up to the entrance, the proposed entrance to the stables. At the request of the town engineer, the road will be designed such that in the future it could be widened to a regular asphalt road if there were ever any other development that wanted to use this portion of Ridgebury Road, being that it's a public right-of-way. We are also proposing a gate down at the start of the gravel driveway to prevent any sort of lost travelers from reaching the site as security. And we'll have a turnaround down at the start of the gravel driveway. To my understanding, the applicant's lawyer is in contact with the town about how to set up an agreement to use that right-of-way solely, and how it would need to be repurposed in the future if someone else wanted to also access the public right-of-way. So that's there is a large set of wetlands on the property. We have been to the planning board and worked with the town's wetland consultant to come up with mitigation measures for the proposed action within the buffers. We're not actually doing any work within the wetlands itself, just the wetland buffer. As I mentioned, we've been through the planning board. We have preliminary site plan approval And if tonight goes well and process before the town board, we'd go back to the planning board for final site plan approval.
Did you mention how many horses it could actually house?
42 horses.
42. You guys have any questions? Anybody on the board?
No.
Yeah, we'll go with them after.
Let me also add, if I may also add that there's no proposed public uses of the site, no equestrian shows, none of that's proposed. No PA system.
So this is a public hearing. If there's anyone in the public that would like to share, just please come up to the mic, introduce yourself, and
My first time.
that's okay. We're recording, so we need to hear you well.
Hello, my name is Perry James. I live at 26 Hickory Ridge Road. I know the dirt road that you're talking about. It goes all the way back around. Is this Hickory Ridge, the end of Hickory Ridge? Do you know?
No,
Okay. Will there be any entrance from the Hickory Ridge side or not?
none is proposed.
Okay. Will it be visible from Hickory Ridge Road?
No, so as part of this project, the site is located in the Ridge Overlay District. We did a sightline study, and being that there are woods on all sides, you have this large set of wetlands. There's an agricultural property to the south. You have town of Southeast woods over to the north. Shouldn't be seen from any of the abutting properties.
How much traffic will be coming in and out on a daily, weekly basis? Any thoughts on that?
We prepared that information as part of the site, site initial preliminary site plan review. So I don't remember the exact number of the vehicle counts, but typically by having the apartments on site mitigates the number of vehicles coming and going, being that grooms and maintenance are staying on the property with the horses. Minimizes the need for vehicles coming and going. There will be a little bit of an uptick during the spring season and in the fall season, because these horses get, many of them travel away, go to Florida, go to shows, but just twice a year you'll see a slight increase.
When would construction begin? Or I guess it depends on what happens here.
Yes.
How long would the construction last, do you expect?
That's always hard to predict, because a large site like this is very dependent upon the weather. You know, like last summer, we had a very wet summer. The summer before was very dry, but we're thinking about a year.
I think I'll stand down for now, but maybe I'll have, is that the way it works?
Yeah, for your first time, you did fantastic.
Thank you. I'll be in the back if anybody wants an autograph.
You sure it's your first time?
My first time too.
All right.
Lisa Ritchie, we're on 50 Ridgebury Road, so this is our driveway right here. Just before where the proposed turnaround is and their gate. So we've been here a little over a year, and what I've noticed is the biggest concern I have are the lost drivers, and just otherwise they come down we have an 850-foot driveway. So people are coming down there pretending we've got ADT signs and so it shouldn't be confusing, but we do have that. So that is my biggest concern. Otherwise, I just, the project sounds, I have no problem with horse farms or anything like that. There's going to be 1 4-bedroom apartment and 2 2-bedroom apartments. So the math with that would be 2 person, is it like, how many grooms per horse? How many horses per groom?
There is a provision in the town code. I don't remember it. I didn't print it off right now, but it is in our statement of use what it would be, and it would be whatever's permitted by the town code and not in excess of that.
Right. No, I was just thinking of the math and all the cars that will be coming down. We're at the end of this road, so we're kind of used to nobody. So that's okay. I think we're gonna have some people, but I just didn't know, exactly. So it's a 4-bedroom home. Conceivably, that's 8 people with cars, and then the other 2 that could be 4 and 4. So it becomes a lot. It can become a lot, and so my concern is, visitors and stuff like that just As it is, in the past 3 months, I think I've had 2 people just wander onto the property that my dog went nuts and, and I had to go out and say, sorry, this is a private house. So that's all.
Well, by having the proposed turnaround, that should hopefully help
yeah.
mitigate some of that issue.
Right.
And it'll be clear, the gate will indicate that it's Barn Dog Farm, so that they will go up the continue, anyone who's trying to get to the farm would continue up that
Right.
gravel driveway.
So that, I just wanted the board to hear, what our concerns specifically about the project are, and that's, I think we sent a letter earlier that you guys have, so you have it all. I think Victoria forwarded it on to you.
Oh, okay.
But, that's all. Thanks,
All
Bill.
right, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there anyone else from the public would like to say anything? Are you just getting comfortable, or are you coming up here? Excellent.
Peter Bell, Town of Southeast Code Enforcement.
Hey, Peter.
My question is about the apartments. In most of our equestrian center and horse properties, have one apartment for caretaker. In this case, you're talking about 3 apartments. Are you going to be renting any of those apartments, or are they all for staff on the center?
Sure. The apartments are solely to be used by staff, grooms, and maintenance. There will be no renting to any outside residences.
Okay. I tried to look up the code, but I just want to make sure that they allow 3 apartments within a horse property, rather than, because I've only encountered 1 on each one. So I'll take a look at the code tomorrow.
That was actually my concern, and I think I asked that question during one of the planning board meetings. That's always my concern as to whether or not apartments would be rented to outside, but I think your answer was consistent.
Yes.
Yeah, I would love that code information.
And is that something that would be in a special permit, I would imagine, that those are not to be rented?
It could be.
Yeah, just something to consider.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Anybody from the board have any questions?
No, sir.
No questions.
Thank you very much for coming.
All right.
Appreciate it. Good luck with everything.
Make a motion to close the public hearing.
I make a motion to close the public hearing with a comment period open for 5 days.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks, Will.
All right. All right, we could go right into our regular meeting. First item is correspondence. I make a motion to waive the reading of the correspondence.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of our voucher list. I need to read these now. The voucher list was $958,386.94. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I make a motion to waive the readings of the budget transfers.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like to set public hearings. I waive the rules to add an item to the agenda with a motion to set a public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That's this, right? The motion to set a public hearing for April 11th, 2024 at 7 p.m. to consider a local law subject to permissive referendum which would authorize payment of a salary stipend for an extra work performed by a town councilman.
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. The setting of our meeting dates. All meetings will be held at 1360 Route 22, Brewster, New York, at 7 p.m. unless otherwise noted. Thursday, April 11th, 2024. Thursday, April 25th, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We can get into our resolutions. We have, our first is purchase of equipment for our highway department. And Mike Burdick was here. He left. No.
I think we already discussed.
Therefore, be it resolved that the superintendent of highways be and hereby is authorized to execute a delivery such purchase agreement or agreements necessary for the purchase of one 2024 Caterpillar 309-07A CR excavator with an HMF 210 flail mower attachment for the purchase price not to exceed $162,375, and one 2023 Caterpillar CB 4.0 roller for a purchase price not to exceed $74,655. And be it further resolved that the foregoing purchases shall be offset by the trade-in or third-party sale of one 2017 Caterpillar 430 backhoe for the minimum trade-in sale price of $60,000. And be it further resolved that the superintendent of highways shall comply with all state and local laws regarding procurement and expenditure of public funds before effectuating the foregoing purchases. And be it further resolved, in the event the foregoing funds are insufficient to meet the purchase requirements set forth herein, the highway superintendent shall return to the town board for further consideration. So be it. So moved.
Second.
I'm sorry. All in favor?
Aye.
Our second resolution is the tax receiver deputization. Deputy Town Clerk Denise Estralgo. I'm sorry. Be it resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Southeast hereby appoints Denise Estralgo, Deputy Tax Receiver of the Town of Southeast. And be it further resolved, this resolution shall take effect immediately, and the foregoing appointment shall take effect upon the taking and filing of an oath of office with the town clerk as provided by law. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Our third resolution is local law amended Chapter 138, medical office uses. Therefore, be it resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Southeast hereby adopts local law number 2 of 2024 pursuant to municipal home rule law amending Chapter 138 of the Town Code zoning to provide definitions for medical office, extended hours, medical office, and medical office complex, and amend the definition of office use. Amend the zoning code with regard to requiring the filing of certain approved plans with the planning board. Amend the zoning code to provide special permit criteria for the establishment or expansion of medical offices, extended hours, medical offices, and medical office complexes. Thank you, Will. Amend the zoning code to establish specific parking and loading regulations for certain office buildings, medical offices, medical office complexes, and animal hospitals, and amend the commercial zoning schedule to establish medical office, extended hours, medical offices, and medical office complexes as special permits uses within the commercial zones with the Town of Southeast, all as set forth in the proposed local law annexed hereto. And be it further resolved that the town clerk be and hereby is authorized and directed to enter said local law in the minutes of this meeting and in the code book of the Town of Southeast. and give due notice of the adoption of said local law by filing such with the Secretary of State within the time required by law. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Our last resolution, and it should be okay. Do that and then that, yeah, okay. Is awarding Everblue to Netta Lake Redemption Project. Therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Southeast hereby accepts the proposal of a Lake Savers LLC DBA Everblue Lakes, the contractor, to provide a water aeration system designed to provide water quality improvement through the introduction of oxygen and air into Tenetta Lake for a sum not to exceed $214,700, fully installed upon the following condition. 1, the contractor completes its registration with the United States General Services Administration as an authorized supplier of goods and services. And 2, the town satisfactorily verifies the contractor's references. And 3, all other requirements to secure federal funding of this project have been satisfactorily met. And be it further resolved, one of the foregoing conditions are satisfied. The supervisor be and hereby is authorized to enter into a contract with the contractor in form and manner of executing satisfactory to the town attorney. So it be moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I do make another motion to waive the rules to add on another item to the agenda.
Second.
We're going to have Will,
All in favor?
oh, I'm sorry, all in favor.
Aye.
We're going to have Will read this for us.
Yes, coming out of executive session, we had some discussions in there, and this is to authorize the supervisor to take certain actions. Resolved that the town supervisor be and is hereby authorized to sign and cause to be served on said employee a notice and statement of charges commencing a disciplinary proceeding in connection with that such employee. Someone want to move that?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Are you seconding?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she-
moved it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Will. Okay, so that's pretty much all of our agenda. We like to see if anybody from the public would like to come up and comment on anything. Come on, man. That's why we have you here.
My name's Matt Froman.
Hey, Matt.
I've been working with the advisory board. I guess am I on the advisory board?
You
He's
will be.
honorary?
You are now.
Don't do it.
I live on Tenetta Lake, and this was the culmination of a couple of years ago, just seeing the lake kind of go down and seeing what's happening to the lake. We started testing last year. We have the old set of data. It was really cool to see that data come together and form an action plan and do something about it. So I'm super psyched for you guys. So
Us
thank
too.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matt.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for your help, Matt. Seriously.
Yeah, I'd just like to recognize Eric. He put the bulk of the work into
Yeah.
this, so
Thank
good job.
Eric's done a
Yes,
great
for
job
sure.
with this.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Eric
A lot of
Seibert.
work.
Eric Cypress.
Yeah.
Trying to split the crowd.
Eric did.
Does anybody else from the public want to say anything? There is someone coming up, because the camera can't see you yet.
I work after.
Scott Seaman, Town of Southeast. I also would like to give my thanks to the board and especially to Councilman Cypress for the heavy work. I know this has been a struggle. That lake has been difficult for all of us for years. And it's good to see the town investing in the community. That's going to be investment in the community, the lake, the projects, the community, everything in the area, and I appreciate that. I would like to make a comment in regards to the amendment to the medical uses. I would like to ask if the town has been approached by the county, either in pending litigation or in discussion in regards to the changes, because this directly affects the plans they had for the different mental health facilities that we're going to put up in the area. And if it's at some future time, you could have some update or something in regards
It's
to.
not our, we don't normally comment on litigation, but I can tell you that at least my office has never been contacted by the county.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Anyone else? Anybody from the board want to comment on anything?
Nope.
Nope.
No comment.
I make a motion to close the meeting.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone.